branding nowadays is way different than it once was. But the main difference between back then and now is the many tools and opportunities you have at your disposal. In the present day, you will not necessarily require an agent if you want people to know who you are and what you want to achieve. Social media has become the place for excellence to grow, broadcast, and establish your personal brand as an extension of who you are as a person and what you represent. However, with the ease that these platforms can help spread anyone's brand, comes the difficulty of competing with many others to grow your influence and position yourself as a thought leader in your industry. That's why, to differentiate yourself from the competition and to have a successful personal brand, there are a few must-haves you need to be aware of, such as understanding your passion, professional potential, and profit generation activities, having a clear picture of the competitive landscapes in your industry or niche, and defining your ideal clients. If you already have developed these 3 must-haves of personal branding but want to keep improving and getting better recognition, we've gathered few personal brand tips that will help your brand get to the next level. Tip number 1. Make your brand memorable. A great way to stand out and for your audience or potential new clients to recognize you is to create your brand's look and feel. Just as we can tell that a church is the Baroque style or that a painting is by Picasso just by looking at it, people should look at your brand and recognize it right away. By establishing those features that will make your brand unique with color palette, fonts, logo, and brand voice, you'll be one step further to establish yourself as the go-to thought leader in your industry. Tip number 2. Upgrade your professional profile. Once you have the look and feel of your brand, it is the perfect time to upgrade your profile according to the features that are related to your personal brand. You can start by building your personal brand statement and taking a photo shoot that makes you look professional. You should take into consideration the platforms on which you'll be displaying your brand statement and the photo shoot pictures. In a YouTube heading, for example, you'll have plenty of space to make a bigger design, so you could play with other elements that can be represented on the shoot. Tip number 3. Document and share your experience. To become the go-to thought leader in your niche, you must share your experience with your audience. By giving your knowledge and insights away, you'll be able to demonstrate your worth and expertise on the topics of your interest. The content that you create could go from a personal story of who you are and how you get where you are now, to a simple but well-founded comment about what's happening in your industry. Tip number 4. Design a content schedule. One of the many pillars of successful personal brand, and also one of the hardest to maintain, is to be consistent. Planning will keep you away from slacking, and it'll also help you to manage your time better. Being organized will make the content creation process easier, and it'll become one of the most effective strategies that'll keep growing your personal brand over time. Tip number 5. Sharpen your skills and learn new ones. By cultivating our knowledge and getting out of our comfort zones, we'll be suiting ourselves to become better leaders. If you wish to be the go-to thought leader in your niche, there are 3 important skills that you should be constantly dedicating time to get better at. Those are listening, writing, and speaking. By perfecting your writing, learning how to properly speak to a camera, and getting better at being patient as a good listener is, you'll slowly gain recognition for it and, later on, authority in your niche of expertise. Tip number 6. Organize informal interviews. There's no better way to grow than to learn from those we admire. These days, there are many tools that can help you reach out and connect with those leaders in your industry. But before you do that, here's a piece of advice. Make sure to show interest in the content these leaders are giving away and engage with it. Having informal interviews is also a great strategy to build your network and to position your personal brand on the radar of the thought leaderships in your niche. Tip number 7. Ask for feedback and recommendations. Even if you're trying to build your personal brand or trying to improve it, asking for feedback is always a good option. Even though no one will know your personal brand as well as you do, getting feedback from fresh point of view will help you see things you didn't even were aware of. Through this practice, you could also make sure your brand is a reflection of who you are, how you want to be seen, and that your message is coming across as you intended to. Getting recommendations is also a must if you want to become the next go-to thought leader in your industry. Remember that your personal brand is a representation of who you are, and as it is expected, over the years, you'll keep evolving and turning into a better version of yourself, and so will your personal brand. That's why it is crucial to identify when your personal brand needs the help of professionals to maintain its growth and get some refinements. Here are some clues to know if you require help. If you don't have the time to create, share, and update content with your audience anymore, if you feel the need to redo your discovery process and re-establish some core pillars of your brand, if you can't keep up or don't know how to implement new strategies to continue your personal brand growth. As a personal brand agency that we are, we fully understand the hardships of taking your personal brand to the next level. That's exactly why we love to help leaders to turn into storytellers by helping them leverage audio, video, and text to share their messages and change the world. If you're ready to level up your personal brand and want to know more about how to achieve this goal, we invite you to book a call with us on our website so you can learn all you need to know about becoming the next go-to thought leader in your niche.